guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're making the one, the only, the iconic Olaf cake. Do you want to build it, Olaf? I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. So, it's important that we have the structure in place. And this is just a threaded rod. I covered the whole thing with aluminum foil tape. And these boards are going to support the body and his head. So we have one red velvet cake. We have a whole lot of vanilla cakes. We have a confetti cake. How am I going to put this cake in? What we're going to do is we're going to cut a little split, and then we gotta squeeze through. Push through, push through, push through. And there we go. Perfect. That actually worked really well. And now obviously you're gonna have a major hole, just so nothing happens. We're just gonna fill it with buttercream. So layer up all your cakes. As I was saying, one of my favorite Disney movies is Frozen.
Stop it, Sven. Try and focus here.
So now our confetti. I think it was easier to just split it in half, so we're gonna do that. Do you see where I'm going? Do you see? Like, this will be his body. And I want him to be, again, using buttercream as glue. And these are 8-inch cake layers also. Okay, so something like that. There we go. There we go. Do you see the vision? Probably not. Just say I'm crazy. So the bottom part is his leg. But we're gonna make it out of cake, I believe. This time we're just gonna do what I originally did. I cut a slit. But we're not gonna want the full thing. And now we add our 8-inch cake until we reach the top. On a scale from 1 to 10, right now, let me know in the comments, do you think I'm gonna be able to pull this off based on how it's breaks apart? Be honest, you could break my heart. It's okay. It's okay. It's time to carve. So for the shape we're going for is just very rounded, a snowman. We're gonna work on his head now. And for his head, I'm gonna use 6-inch cakes, I believe. Okay, so we're just gonna stick it on here. I figured if this cake fails, I'll just make him a melted snowman. Can't tell me anything. I'll put his head on the board. Yep. Boom. There we go. So first thing we're gonna do is make his chin. He got a pretty chiseled jaw. I have chocolate ganache here. I have some left over. I'm probably gonna have to make more. But all this is 4 parts chocolate, 1 part heavy cream. And chocolate ganache is much more stable than buttercream. So it'll be nice and stable when we do fondant. So I'm literally just gonna cover the whole thing in this deliciousness. Okay, so he's covered in ganache, as you can see, and now we're just gonna bulk up his nose and his he's very expressive. He's he's happy. And I'm gonna start outlining his mouth, and y'all should be happy because y'all hate fondant, so I'm giving you guys an alternative. I feel like the most important thing about this cake is to make him happy. Because again, he has a very big smile right now. But do you see the vision? I'm gonna eat it. So what we're gonna do is just grab a big old ball and put it about where we want it. I think they're actually pretty difficult to do. I think I've attempted it. Okay, so now it's time to work on the fondant. We're gonna cover the whole cake in fondant. First, what I'm gonna do, he's looking so good. He's a little wobbly though, and that kind of worries me. But take a prayer, he'll survive. What I'm gonna do is take some cooking spray. You can also use Crisco, water. This is just to help the fondant attach. And like I told you guys before, I don't like decorate the back of these cakes, so I'm not as worried. You have to kind of move fast. You're gonna flip it and then put it on the cake. Boom, put it on the cake. And you're just gonna smooth it all out. And then once you're happy with it, you're just gonna cut off the excess. And then we're gonna put a piece of black fondant over there. It probably would have been smarter to do black first. Place this on, and then you're just gonna cut off the excess and cut off any additional excess. He kind of looks a little scary, I'm not even gonna lie. We're gonna work on his eyes now, and I have a cookie cutter that we're just gonna use to outline his eyes. What we're gonna do is just put a ball of fondant right there for his eye. Attach it. It's okay if the ganache gets on it, because I did this eye to figure out how I wanted to do it. So what we're first going to do is create a small rope of fondant, just like that. And now we're just going to take a ball of fondant, we're just going to put it in the middle and smush it down. Okay, so now I have some orange fondant, and we're going to work on his nose. So for the nose, so I'm just making like a carrot basically. And what we're going to do is stick through it, and now we insert it in our cake. There we go. And now just fix the shape. His nose covers his whole face. You can't even see his eye now. We're gonna work on his teeth, and he just has one big old tooth. You don't even have a split, it's just one middle tooth. Okay, I'm pretty happy. But for the body, we're just gonna roll out the white fondant again. He's so wobbly, it stresses me out if I'm being honest. And we're still gonna smooth out his face a little later, but I'm just gonna worry about covering right now. Now, we have to do this very carefully. It seems harder than it is. It just takes a lot of time. What we're gonna do now is add the coals. And to do, he has like 2 on this body, 1 on this body. And to do that, we're just gonna take our black fondant. And again, ignore my station. I told you, I'm not a clean baker. So to do it, I'm just gonna take balls. We don't even want it perfectly smooth. You can see I cleaned up a little. I also attached this one arm. I made the other one. All I did was put wire together and just covered it in brown fondant. They're supposed to be a little rough, because keep in mind they're twigs, so like, we have a little wiggle room. And now I made these also. His hair is just covered in fire. Do I make him like an outfit? Do I make him Santa Claus? I already did that to Mickey. If you didn't see that video, I'll leave the description below. I made Mickey Mouse into Santa. I have some brown food coloring in this, and I'm just gonna paint it so it's just not so one-dimensional. And I feel like it needs to be darker. Okay, so now to finish off our Olaf cake, we're gonna steam the fondant. I always like to steam my cakes before they're done. This just polishes everything, brightens the color, gets rid of the cornstarch, and just helps settle everything. We're gonna make it snow, and then we're gonna cover the entire board. And this is the final product. What do y'all think? I think we killed it. This is actually one of my favorite cakes I've made. I think it was so fun to do, and I think it came out great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what we should make next. Please do not comment Elsa. I told you, I kind of want to try her, but she might look like Elsa. No promises, no promises. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video.